Hey guys, so for today's video I created another look using the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, and today I played with more of the taupey kind of cool brown shades and I love how this eye look turned out. I think this is my favorite look I've done with this palette so far. If you want to check out my two other tutorials using this palette, I'll link them down below for you, but let's get started on this eye look. So I already primed my eye with my Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. Now let's get started. I know that for sure I want to put one of these kind of deeper brown shimmers on my lid. I'm just not sure which one yet, so I'm gonna do a couple swatches really quick. Okay, we got Ella, Travertine, Delilah, and Filigree. I feel like Filigree is a little too deep than what I want to go for today. But honestly, like these three look pretty dang similar. I'm actually gonna start with my lid shade today, so I'm gonna take Travertine on a Sigma E57. I'm using my brush dry at first, so let's see how this looks all over the lid. Sorry if you can hear that bird. This is such a gorgeous taupey shade all over the lid. I love this. I kind of want to try to do like an effortless look today, so I'm going to take more Travertine on a little blending brush. This is a Sigma E25. That's going to go in my crease because I really want to soften out this shade. I'll definitely add some matte shades on top, but I want this to be pretty easy. I know that some people don't like to put shimmers in their crease, but I feel like this kind of works in the crease. Like it's not too overwhelming or too like shimmery or anything. Like straight up, if you just wanted the easiest eye look ever, you could totally just do this. A beautiful wash of color all over the lid, a little bit in the crease, boom, go done. But I'm gonna add a little bit more. So I'm gonna take Mesh on that same E25. And I'm just gonna dust this in the crease, kind of on top of that Travertine shade in my crease. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Filigree on my E57, and I want to use this to slightly deepen up the outer part of my eye. Definitely going to be using a lot of the shimmery shades today. And then taking my E25 and doing a soft little blend. I feel like that deepened up the outer corner ever so slightly, but that's kind of just what I wanted. So here is with that shade added and without. Like it's a very, very subtle difference. I'm debating on whether or not I want to add Delilah just for even more shimmer kind of right here in the inner part. I say let's do it. So I'm going to take Delilah on my finger. I'm going to go on this inner part, kind of like in my inner crease, inner lid area. See how it's really adding that like sparkly effect? And of course, going back to my blending brush, doing a soft blend. So here's what it looks like with Delilah on, and this is without. So it's a very subtle difference, but if you want that extra kind of sparkle, I think it's a good step to do. And these shades definitely apply best with your finger. I am really liking how all of these shimmers are looking on my eye right now. It's just so pretty. All right, I went ahead and did my face makeup off camera. Now let's do the lower lash line. I'm gonna take more Mesh on this small little blending brush. This is the A504 from BK Beauty. And I'm gonna blend that across my entire lower lash line. This is a really light shade, so I am going to dip back in and try to build up this color. And because this is such a light color, I am bringing it down pretty low, like all the way down here, really kind of in my eye creases. And this shade's just going to add a little bit of definition. So here's what it looks like on, and there's without. Like again, it's not a subtle difference, but it's just going to add a little bit of shadowing. And I think that's all I'm going to do for the lower lash line. I just wanted to keep it really simple. Now I'm going to take the highlighter I used on my face. This is Rare Beauty Exhilarate, and that's going to go in my inner corner. And a little bit under my brow. Now the eyeshadow is pretty much done, but I'm really debating on whether or not I want to add just like a little shadow wing to this look or just keep it as it is. Like, I cannot decide right now. I think because I will add a half lash to this look, I am gonna do a little baby wing out here. So I'm gonna take a little angled brush. This is a Sigma E65 in the shade Silhouette. So I'm gonna start by stamping the shadow along the outer part of my top lash line because this is kind of the easiest part. Then I'm going to pick up a little more shadow and just draw a slight line outwards. And then I'm just connecting the line back in. Also remember to relax your face when you're doing this. It's a little longer than I wanted, so I'm just gonna take my finger and kind of tap over it, and I'm gonna call that good. All right, I went ahead and popped on my mascara and lashes, and for my lashes, I'm wearing the Bright Lashes Half Lash Flutter. I feel like this lash goes perfect with this look, especially with the little half wing. Guys, I think this is one of my favorite makeup looks I have ever done, like ever. I just cannot get over how gorgeous these slightly cool toned taupey shades are. Like, is this my color? Whenever I use this palette, I want to wear some kind of like a dusty rose shade. My hair looks kind of dusty colored. Like, I just love this whole vibe right now. So for blush, I was kind of struggling on what shade would pair well with this eye look because I didn't want to do anything peachy. I feel like that would just kind of contrast too much. So I kind of went with more of like a mauve-y pink color. So I used the KVD blush in Foxglove, and I love how this turned out. And on top of that, I popped on the bareMinerals highlighting blush in Rose Glow. I've really been liking this product a lot. So what I do is I pop on my blush like normal, and then I'll take kind of a smaller brush like this one with the highlighting blush and just kind of dust that all along here. And then I'll just take like my usual highlighter. So in that case, it is Rare Beauty Exhilarate, and I'll pop this just right on the very top of my cheekbone. So I just feel like it gives a beautiful kind of gradient of pink on my face, and I don't know, I'm a big fan of these bareMinerals highlighting blushes. On my lips, I'm wearing my Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Iconic Nude. I wear this in literally every single video. And then I popped on the tiniest amount of this lipstick. This is the shade Platinum from Lawless in the Forget the Filler lipstick line. Like, this is a very, very pale kind of baby nude pink, but I just tapped on a little bit of this, and then I finished off the lip with the Sigma lip oil in All Heart. So I kind of like this little combo together. So I think out of the 3 looks I've done so far with this palette, this one is definitely my favorite. Like, I could see myself wearing this eye look for the rest of my life. I love this eye look. I am having so much fun playing with this palette, and I hope you are too, because I know that so many of you guys bought it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.